First off, our monthlies typically don't begin at the live meeting itself. Each monthly meeting has its own page, added as a tab in our general channel, where people can go beforehand to check the agenda, at the very least. Using the typical flipped classroom model, we share any longer content for everyone to review in advance and get the conversation started days before the live meeting. This is especially important for those who can't make the live meeting, and especially taking into consideration those people in vastly different time zones. So how do we get the conversation started? Well, it might mean slide decks from each department, sharing updates from the last month, or a 3-minute update recorded as a video or audio file, which they then upload into designated spots on the page in the workspace. We would typically position each of these updates directly beside a chat question where people can ask clarifying questions or make comments that the team members then will respond to in the days leading up to the live meeting. Typically, our asynchronous activities for the monthlies also involve a pulse check of the company to get a sense of everyone's well-being. This month, the pulse is on its 9th round, providing a view of how aspects like work-life balance or motivation have changed, in this case, over the last 9 months. So now, on to some key moments of the live session itself. After some introductions, we get into breakout groups to discuss and brainstorm on a topic, and this time on motivation. The monthly page we've been working on from already has been added to the Teams meeting as an app that everyone in the meeting can interact with directly from within the Teams meeting. This, by the way, happens seamlessly when participants are coming into the meeting through the Teams app instead of the browser-based version of Teams. In this way, someone coming into the meeting doesn't have to shift their focus of attention onto another app and back and forth. Everything happens inside the Teams meeting. Similar to how we build in time for those who can't join live by adding those asynchronous spaces to join the conversation, so too do we try to minimize the language barrier. When using Howspace within Teams, you have access to all the functionality, like the translator tool, as well as the AI features that are built into each chat widget. Here I was using the translator tool and the AI summarizer to quickly make sense of the conversation in another language of my choice. Now for my favorite collaboration feature. Quickly gathering everyone's input and comments, and then enabling everyone to make sense of the data by organizing their comments using sticky notes. This brainstorming and sorting exercise all happened within the span of 10 to 15 minutes, since everyone was doing it simultaneously. Now that would be really hard to replicate using paper in a meeting room. Finally, we were able to make sense of the conversation in real time using Howspace's advanced AI features. This can be done in 2 ways, allowing the participants in a session the ability to filter the comments visualized in a word cloud, as I'm doing here, or the facilitator of an interactive session can help visualize the conversation through a theme cluster, word cloud, a summary, and/or a sentiment analysis. These AI tools are accessible for all to use in order to help bring clarity and focus on the conversation at hand.